Hi everyone, I'm Pooja Kant, and today I wanted to talk about a webinar that I'm doing in collaboration with Living Consciously. It's on 22nd and 23rd October. It's going to be from 5 to 6:30 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. And I wanted to give you a little bit of information about the webinar. So, the webinar is about understanding emotions. We've been brought up to think that emotions are bad, these negative emotions are bad, and we should avoid them at all costs, or we should always be happy and always be in a blissful state. And that is not possible. It's not possible to always be in a blissful state and be happy, because all these emotions, they're very crucial to our emotional and mental well-being. And we have enormous research in this area that says that emotions provide protection, connection, creativity, and you cannot feel just good emotions. You cannot just have joy and contentment and satisfaction. You will have emotions that are unpleasant, that will be uncomfortable for you to deal with. But once you learn how to work with these emotions like anger, shame, guilt, envy, jealousy, once you fear, all of these are important emotions, and we'll discuss in the webinar how you can work with these emotions rather than against them. And in order to make these emotions your allies, you need to understand what is it that they are trying to tell you. Instead of suppressing them and repressing them or acting on them, for example, if you're angry, you would suppress or you would act out by yelling and getting aggressive or passive aggressive. All of these are ways in which we cope with emotions, and these are very unhealthy ways of coping with emotions. What you're going to learn is what emotions are, why do they come up, what does each emotion tell you, what are the messages that they carry, and this part where I'm going to tell you what are the messages that these emotions carry comes from Carla McLaren's work. Her work is groundbreaking, I would say, and she's written about it in Language of Emotions. So this part of the webinar comes from her work. And then there's more. How do you really cope with emotions? What should you do when emotions arise? Because, like I said, suppressing and on them, acting out on them rather, is not really helpful. You need to take the message and make your decisions around those messages by understanding those messages. So the webinar is all about understanding emotions. And believe me, once you start understanding why the emotions are there, you will stop fearing them. You'll stop fearing your emotions, these negative emotions, these difficult and unpleasant emotions. And you'll start working with them rather than against them, because that doesn't help your mental health, it doesn't help your emotional health. You'd like to have a high emotional quotient. That's equally important. We talk only about intelligence, we talk about IQ, and here I'm talking about EQ, and that's really important. So join me on 22nd and 23rd, and you will get all the information on Living Consciously. You can go to their IG page and you'll get all the information there. I would really love to see you in the webinar, and let's explore emotions together.